Yeah.
This girl's like, I don't care if hers aren't you. Hey, nah, you a fucking. I asked your stupid ass bratwurst this morning. Bratwurst. Sausage. Are they sausage? Yes.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Cowboys going up against the Bengals.
I thought it was juicy juice, like I said, juicy juice.
So let's send you up now to the Queen City of Cincinnati. Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
From the base of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals. Defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Okay, starting lineup time offensively, Charles, for the Dallas Cowboys.
And how about them at number 4 in the 2016 draft? Big needs on the defensive line, and they go with the running back.
They go star power.
They went star power, but Ezekiel Elliott, in a lot of ways, was exactly the right decision. When they had winning success in 2014, they did it running the football. Elliott can do that for them again.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump
Go
here.
ahead.
So following the penalty, now 1st and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
No.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah.
And while we have a moment, let's meet the starters defensively for the Cincinnati Bengals.
They wanted to update and beef up their secondary, and they did that with their first-round selection. William Jackson III out of Houston has speed, good eyes in the secondary, and is aggressive on the corner.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Surveying the field. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive.
Let's go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it is incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. One receiver left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. In the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And now the defense for Dallas.
Randy Gregory entered the league with people excited about his pass rushing skills. They continue to stay excited about his potential.
The play clock's running down. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
What'd he do now?
And tough starting field position here.
Here we go now.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
Nah, bro.
5 yards
know what
on
that
the carry.
nigga
Good pickup
Lloyd
on
told
first
his ass,
down.
bro.
From this vantage point, that seems like a pretty dangerous
That I
call,
own
running
you
a
now.
toss that close to your own goal line. I think what they were hoping
Right.
is that they were going to get some
I
pressure
own
from
you
the
now.
defensive front and maybe beat them to the corner and then turn upfield with a lot of yardage to run.
Back to throw. He's got time.
Damn right he gonna get that nail back.
He's got his man on the crossing route. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Bro, I don't
I
even
know we
think it
just
was
saw
$1
a
million,
nice
to
throwing
be
catch,
honest.
But how about the big guys up front
They
buying
created
that
some
time?
time.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space
No.
to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
A first down carry by Elliott. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Exactly, bro. That's all I'm saying. He
2nd
gave him
down
all
to the
$1,000
offense in
deal.
search of 6 yards.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole pack.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll look to throw.
Nigga, we know. No, you don't.
Alley to run. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback, that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, Elliott looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Here we go. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man on the out route. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
380.
Receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Zebra. Watch twist.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Passing, it's Dalton. Caught, Eifert over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So 3rd down, just 1 yard to go.
Yeah, not the job you had.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. That was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On the ground, this is Hill. So from the 40 to the 45, 5-yard run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out leveraging the offense.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. So they are going for it. Now Dalton. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Yeah.
They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
2nd down, Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition, because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Set, blue, zebra.
They come up in an offset eye. So Dalton now. On the left side, a catch by White. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are in for 6. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
No, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling, and I thought,
he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Their big-bodied receiver, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Bro, I just had this conversation with my moms when I was down there for New Year's, bro. I was like, remember when you used to whoop us and then tell us to stop crying before we give you something to cry about? But we already cried.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Now they'll run it on the toss.
Exactly.
And he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
Not for these kids nowadays.
Risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting.
Oh, shit, my bad.
And continue to
my
do
bad,
so.
bro. I didn't know you were getting up.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
My
and when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up and making sure it was a catch.
Is that the car?
And this
I got to be a part of the car, bro.
They spot it inside the 45-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time.
$2,000.
The defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Catch here, left side, Thomas. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
It's second down. Dalton looking. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the prime.
This
Into
is
double
good, man.
coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played.
I'm mad at you.
They've
You're
got
mad
the
at me.
lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Damn. My bad, bro.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
I didn't know, bro. I thought I was going the wrong way.
First down proves unfruitful.
My bad, bro.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath.
I'm not saying fast, though, bro.
But as you said, incomplete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the
it's because one car weaved after you got through.
Pass he should have caught.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I tried to take the same route.
They look to throw on third with Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they're operating in the red zone. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field,
bro, it was
the clock
gone.
where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
You in the warehouse or you walked out?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets there, those officials will throw the flag and call interference.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Mm-hmm.
5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Here's a play fake. As
Nigga, I thought he had heart palpitations and shit the way he got
get rid of it. He's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on
Nigga said ACL. He didn't grab his leg, he grabbed his heart.
They use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
But that is some funny Madden stuff, though. He'll grab his arm, have a torn ACL. Like, what? Was you hurt so bad you didn't know what to tell me you was hurt?
With his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
I'm telling you.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will get into the
That
end
nigga
zone.
was grabbing
And it's
his
now a
chest.
2-score game as the lead moves to 9.
He peeled his muffin cap
Bailey
back
now to
blue.
kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing
material, like a cage or something.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
I ain't picking up no rabbit ass.
It's second down. Dalton looking. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Squirrel tail. What?
Dalton, first and 10. He completes it to Boyd. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
You gotta chill, bro. I almost dropped my controller, bro. You gotta chill.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On second down, Hill. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Underneath here to Hill. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go with Hill. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 2 yards on that play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Hey, bro, take out the helicopter, bro.
So the offense has it first and 10.
Nigga, I got the truck.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense.
I got
just
3.
manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage?
Now get all these cops.
Lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football, and
Nigga,
it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the
How
guys
the
on every side of
cone
the ball.
still
So
on the front
keep
of
it
it?
in the hands of those runners. Keep moving and keep grinding the clock.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Let's go! Green, Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the signal.
Now the ball comes loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll run the option left. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
The Cowboys will turn it over now to Dan Bailey for the field goal try. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the
Still
23,
blinking.
make it the 24-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 11 on the gain there. And that'll be good enough for Cincinnati first.
What are you walking down there?
Shift together here from the D-line. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Nah, I can get out, bro.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So pass interference on the defense. And Charles, this is a penalty we see all the time.
The offenses know what they're doing. They know how to create great matchups. And defenders, if you're not there in time, they will throw the flag.
Nah. I just had a bust a Yui.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. And his throw here's incomplete.
Bro, this motherfucker's slow, bro.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10.
Bro, this thing's so slow. I put my blink on.
A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way, and they want to see that continue.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. And this one is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Hill, the lone setback. This will be Dalton again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So on 4th down, Marvin Lewis sends on the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Yeah, it is.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They'll look to throw.
I think for my kicker, I just got to consistently get him kicks in a row.
And now it's 3rd down. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th.
Shit, he can't even point.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
You ain't shit.
Returnable for Thomas. It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. 12 yards on the pickup. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10.
Huh?
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's good enough for a Cincinnati 1st down. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Dalton operating in the red zone now. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The play fake to Hill. Dalton. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And that is incomplete. Jeremy Hill there was the intended target.
Got a bomb in it.
And now it's fourth down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. He had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. And the fake field goal works to perfection. You don't see it often, and they caught him by surprise.
And how about the guts to call it in that situation? Think you're going to get an easy 3? Instead, you turn it into 6.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
We good yet?
At least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it third down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're trying to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver. Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude it? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play. Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on fourth.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end and let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to succeed.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They'll set up to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Second and goal to go now. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Watching that body.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll look to throw on third and goal. That's caught at the 1. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His third touchdown now on the year. Yeah. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, and if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. On the counter, it's Hill. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases...
Anybody on your team get hurt?
Nope.
Anybody on your team ready?
Nope. Like I said, fuck the playoffs. Nah, fuck this for game. I don't give a fuck no more. Nigga, I'm 2-2. Nah. Who I play next? Of course.